Okay, just fill up the front. Okay, let me just pass this around. You can pass the floor these blocks. Okay, please pass around, but please bring it back. They're very precious. Okay, so the wood I have just passed around, those are made of the rose wood. Alright, they are a little bit darker brown. Two reasons. One is the choice of the color of the wood, and second of all this wood has been treated, meaning they have been soaked with mustard oil, I believe, mustard oil for several hours. This is how they actually treated the wood and prevent the wood from warping. Now, if you look at the design, these are the original wood block painting that we adopt. Look at this, they are really deep in there. Right? So in order to carve something like this, we can't use any ordinary tools that we can find in Singapore, like the carving tools. Right? Those tools, I don't think you can ever achieve something like this. To achieve such deep cut or deep carved design, you've seen they use a very small tool. They use the method called like chiseling instead of carving. So one of the things that we discovered while we were trying to produce more of this design, we tried many methods like CNC, we tried hand carve. We couldn't get things like that deep. Because one, the available wood that we have in Singapore. So teak wood is really expensive. Teak wood or rosewood is very expensive. So we try to look at other ways. Is there any other kind of wood that we could achieve such deep design? Well, to be honest with you, it is really, really hard. So we tried woods like this. This is the MDF board, right? Which is like, it's not the right one, right? But it's a lot easier to carve. But there is also a limitation. Like as we were carving, we also learn at the same time. Maybe some design like this, which is a bit more blockish, yes, we can use MDF board. But to do something like this, more intricate, maybe not so ideal. So after that, we try other wood like the gelaton. A gelaton, wow, we try carving, and every time we carve maybe just a little bit, it chip off. So that's the reason why choosing the right wood is really important. Now some of the design, we approach our in-house designer to carve, meaning they use the CNC machine. Even the CNC machine couldn't go as deep. Each time we try, it breaks. At a certain point, it breaks. So I think it's really interesting for the Indian block printers or the artisan who actually carved this. They really took years to mastery. And a lot of this sort of skill is actually passed down from century to century, from one master to another master. I think even for us, who is so accustomed to carving in Singapore, I find this is really tough and difficult. All right? Okay, so there is also another kind of block printing. All right, this one, be careful, children, parents, please look out. These are actually designed using the brass. This is the brass block. All right, they are very sharp and very heavy. Okay, so later on you guys can try this one. But for children, please. Okay, this one you have to ask your mommy, your parents to help you to
But
stand.
I don't have my parents beside me.
Okay, we can help
They
you.
know.
Maybe our fellow colleague here, Suti, we can help you. Okay, so these are the brass design. All right, they are a lot more intricate. Okay, they produce plywood like this. Right. Usually these are the design that is like towards the end, the more finishing.
What is used to carve in the brass?
Oh,
material?
they don't carve. They actually handmade. They twist them, they bend them, and they join them. So this is one solid. There's no carving involved.
But that's even more difficult than the wood, is it?
I wouldn't say it's more difficult, it's just different. Yeah. I would like to challenge myself one day to make one of these. Yeah. I don't know how long it will take me to learn this one. Okay. So now I'll be going into my demonstration. Okay. Okay, so what we'll be using today, we'll be using this water-based ink. It's a little bit different from the usual fabric dye, fabric ink. Okay, so I'm sure you have seen on your table there is this a block of ink. Yes. Oh, you're very sharp. Okay, so this is a brayer. Alright. So what we need to do is to charge the brayer.
What's this called?
Roller or brayer?
How do you spell it?
B-R-Y-E-R. Brayer.
Is this real color?
Oh, you can call it roller. I think it's something that is more universal. I think people understand.
Is it real color?
It's real color.
Real color, that's right.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, the blue.
Now, after we roll it, we charge the brayer, we're going to load the ink onto this pad here. Under this pad is actually there's this like a felt or sponge. This will help you to have your block to have full contact with the ink.
What's this for?
This one is like creating your own stamp pad. Maybe I just put a little bit more. So on your table you have 3 different colors. So if let's say if you want to swap colors, ask your neighbor, can I use your color? Okay. So the way we place our brayer, you notice there is a stand over here. Okay, we just lay it down like that. So you don't have to worry about messing the table. But for our parents, just to let you know, this ink, you don't have to worry, it's water-based. If let's say it got to your hand, you can just wash it off with soap. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp. Let's see, we should do, how about we do this one, the elephant.
Okay.
Alright, so to stamp this one, to load the ink, all you need to do is to face flat, 90 degree down. And we pick up the ink.
Someone did we did this? Why not just pencil and put here?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. What happened if, okay, the reason why we even out the ink over here is because if, let's say, if we have too much ink over here or too much ink, it might go into the groove. And that's where flooding happens. Okay? So, don't worry, don't stress. Okay, each of you will be given a newsprint like this. Alright, this is for you to practice. Okay, then after that you practice, after you're done practicing, we will give you out the mulberry paper. Each will be given 2 mulberry paper. Okay, so you can practice as much as you want before you do the actual paper.
Is this acrylic ink?
Oh no, it's not acrylic ink. It's actually a block printing ink that we use.
So this block printing ink is only for paper or fabric?
For paper only.
Also, the water-based
Yes.
block printing inks are for paper.
Yes, correct.
So if it's fabric, what do you use?
Okay, the reason why we use block printing ink is because one is a lot easier for us to wash. Alright, because we attend so many workshops. If you use the fabric ink, you get to stain, and then parents ask us, how do we move? How long more can this thing go off? So there is a lot of pros and cons for using the fabric ink. Right? Partly also because it's our choice also, like for STPI, because we experiment with printmaking and paper making. So this is one, we stick to something that we kind of like our signature. Yeah? All right. So first of all, when you lay down the block, all right, you can lay a 45 degree like this first if you're not very sure or confident. But if you, let's say, I just want to have fun, just go straight down. Okay, after you press it down, just give a gentle knock. Okay, you don't have to karate. Alright, don't break my block. Alright, just a gentle knock. Alright, just to encourage the because below this print is actually a foam like a sponge. or felt. Alright, this is to encourage the full contact. Alright, oh, this is not enough ink. So that means I need to put a little bit more ink. So different design, you probably have to maybe add more or maybe add less. It depends on the total surface area. Or maybe I talk too much. That's why it
Dry
dries
up,
up. Okay, so maybe I can go maybe horizontal like this. It's now a little bit stronger. So you can play around. I want you guys to play around. Try different pattern. Try different design.
Is one hit enough, or you do it 1 or 2 times? Like,
Actually, it depends. If a larger ones,
yeah.
you may have to hit several times. Middle, side,
Side. Yeah, so all the hits.
It's all it hits. But not to worry. You have questions? Oh, okay. Yeah. So I think because there is a
Yeah, I think
so a lot of design in that era, they kind of wood called the North Indian rosewood or the shishak. Alright, this is a very important choice of wood because have you seen